As 2020 comes to a conclusion, we thought it would be pertinent to give you all an update with respect to how we have come through what has been an exceptionally challenging and interesting year with COVID-19. I'm here today with David and we're going to have a chat to you about how it has impacted our sales environment and also what's been happening in the property management team. Dave, do you want to have a chat about how COVID has impacted the marketplace as far as property management is concerned this year?
Yeah, sure. So when COVID-19 first hit, we initially saw a lot of our tenants' job security compromised, which led a lot of people to being laid off and also having reduced working hours. The flow-on effect from this was a lot of people reached out to us for rent relief, which as an office I'm proud to say our team handled exceptionally well. In most cases we were able to offer tenants rent deferrals, which meant they paid a lower rent initially and repaid the difference at a later stage. And some other tenants who weren't quite in the position to pay back the deferral were lucky enough to receive rent reductions for a period of time. And that was a testament to the landlords, because at the end of the day they had to approve it. The follow-on effect from that was that we saw a lot of people vacate because working situations outside of losing hours had actually changed. Many people were working remotely and didn't need to commute to the city anymore, and so they looked to rent places further out west in the search of more space. So the biggest effect it's had on our market is that we've seen the two-bedroom apartment section of our market have an exceptionally high vacancy rate, which has also led on to the rents dropping in that part of the market.
It's interesting because when you talk about the vacancy rate increasing, obviously that's talking about there being much more supply, much more stock available.
That's right.
I think we've gone from, averaging pre-COVID 30 inspections on a Saturday now to about 45 open for inspections a Saturday.
At the height of COVID, it was between 45 and 50. We're now averaging about 40 inspections on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're slowly getting back to where we were pre-COVID, but at the same time, these are at reduced rents.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose the flip side on the sales equation is that we have the exact opposite happening. So we have such a reduced supply of stock that we're not able to sort of meet buyer demand. And what that has meant is not only has it underpinned the prices for houses and apartments in the area from a sales perspective, it's actually possibly increased them. Locally, we're seeing probably between about a 5 to 10% increase across the market. And of course, that's made for very happy vendors. The challenging situation, I guess, has been for purchasers because they really have needed to be on the ball with respect to being ready to purchase as soon as they find something that they like. There really isn't time to waste. I would suggest that probably our figures are sitting around about 80% of all of our properties that are scheduled to go to auction have been selling prior to auction. And that's a real indication of that supply and demand challenge that the market is seeing. I guess the big thing from our perspective is that we are now seeing our business returning to normal, or what is the new normal. It just seems to be with a whole lot more hand sanitizer around the place than at our open for inspections.
Definitely.
But from that perspective, as we look ahead to what does 2021 hold for us, I guess from David and my perspective and looking across the board in our marketplace, we think it will be carrying on from where we are at the moment. So we don't envisage there being, a huge amount of additional stock or vacancy rates from a property management side. We think that will hopefully stagnate.
Just on that, with any landlords looking to rent out their properties in the next 12 months, I feel that it's very important to note that because of the increase in competition, you really do need to make your properties look attractive to tenants. People are now looking for properties that have air conditioning, dishwashers, built-in wardrobes, just as standard features. Also, I think it's important to note that you should be marketing your property as if it's a sales property, which means professional photos and virtual furniture or staging if necessary.
Yeah, presentation really is key, because I guess at the end of the day, people have a limited time on Saturdays within which to view properties, and we want to make sure whether you're a sales property or a rental property that you're always in their top three. And the best way to do that is to make the property look as attractive as possible, and that's all happening across our digital platforms. So as far as where we see things going, we hope that we maintain the steady course that has been created now towards the end of 2020. But without that crystal ball, who knows? What we really do want to say though is thank you everyone for your support this year and for your patience as we have learnt to adjust to changing times. And we do hope that this message finds you all safe and well, and that you have a wonderful Christmas with family and friends. From our family to your family, we wish you a very safe, happy and prosperous new year. I'm Jackie Williams.
And I'm David Frisina.
Thanks for tuning in.